Hi everyone. Today I want to talk about all the contradictory messages women have to live by and all the hidden rules that were taught. I was writing a post on my Instagram account and I was putting out this topic about what women have to live by, and if some of my followers could come up with their own idea, such as by a certain age you shouldn't wear certain clothes, and after 50 you should cut your hair, and all those silly things. I got a hair here. And I wanted to read to you what my followers responded in their own ideas. They're brilliant. First of all, Adriana definitely agreed that with me that by a certain age, there are certain clothes you can't wear. Griette wrote, if you go gray, you have to dye your hair. Not true. Renee said that no long hair is allowed as you age, and so she's growing her hair out as a protest. Cynthia wrote many things. She actually wrote 5 different examples that these rules, unspoken rules that we all have to live by. But we don't. That's the whole point of this video. We do not have to live by these rules, and I want to shine some light on the double standard that we have, the unspoken rules that we were told and that we tell. And it's time for a new norm. So maybe if you hear these, you'll realize how silly they are actually, and some of them might rub you the wrong way because you might find that it doesn't agree with your belief system either, and yet you have heard these expressions through your lives. For example, Cynthia wrote that you have to wear older clothes, quote unquote, as you age. That as you age, you don't have all your marbles. She hates being patronized. That you don't have sex anymore when you get older. That you should stop working, even though you still want to work. And Kathy agrees with Cynthia and Renee and Griette about all the things I just said. Betsy said, you can't have a younger partner. That's one of the rules that we're taught. As you get older, as an older woman, you can't have an older partner, an older boyfriend, an older husband. And yet the double standard is it's okay for men to have a younger partner. Andrew, this was a good one, wrote that we're told in our 20s it's the best years of our lives, and that it's only downhill from there. And for Andrew and for me, we've never felt better mentally, emotionally, or physically after decades past the 20s. It goes on. Lola wrote that she was discussing the other day with her sister-in-law how someone actually told her that at 50 you should have shorter hair and you should wear longer dresses. And her sister-in-law has the most amazing legs, so why cover them up? She should show them if she wants to. So Lola goes on to say that she herself has had short hair her whole life, and now that she's in her 50s, she's letting it grow. Maite wrote, starting a new career. We're told we can't start a new career as we get older. That's not true. Steph wrote that she hates rules and she never follows them. She's a rebel, it sounds like. She specifically hates the rule that says that gray hair equals polyester and the slow lane. Nope. And she hates that 50 means too old for shorts and tanks and figure-flattering dresses. Nope, not true. Leslie wrote that it's such a double standard. She says that at 47 she's heavily tattooed and she can't tell you how many times she has heard, quote, you'd be so much prettier without them, end quote. Never once has she heard someone say something like that to her heavily tattooed husband. So, thought-provoking, isn't it? But I'd like to look at society as a whole, because men have these unspoken rules that they've been taught and that they have had to live by. They've been taught as little boys not to cry. They've been taught that crying is weak. They've been taught that a man knows how to build and, wield a hammer and know what to do with construction. And that's just not true. Not all men are like that. And it's not a sign of weakness if men cry. here's some other ones, other double standards, such as if a man stays home to look after the kids, he's lazy. But if a woman goes out to work while her kids are at home, she's a hero. What about a man becoming a nurse? How many times have people thought, what, he can't become a doctor? Guys are supposed to be the breadwinners. My point is to point out these imbalances that we have come to accept in society and taken for a rule of thumb that this is how it is. And it isn't. It is not fair to embed these false beliefs into children and then to accept them living by these rules their whole life. And if they don't live by them, then something's wrong. I think we live in order to live better, to strive to become better, to create something that is better than what was there before. So why don't we start imagining a new norm? Let's try to envision a life of equality, of acceptance, of support for each other, which will translate into harmony. And let's develop an alternative to how we raise our children and what we say to them that isn't true. Let's start eliminating these falsehoods. These falsehoods confine the human psyche to what should be by someone else's standard. And it disrupts the natural unfoldment of someone's creative process and self-expression. I'm advocating for equality for all, acceptance of each other, and support of everyone's uniqueness and everyone's form of self-expression, so that we can truly usher in harmony within our societies. This is one small way to do it. It's a small step, but big changes happen with small steps. And change needs patience and time and perseverance. And my suggestion is very simple. It's not overwhelming. It's a matter of changing these double standards and these beliefs that are just not true. I also suggest watching a video, which I will include in the description link below, of Cynthia Nixon talking about, what's the title of it? You might have seen it already. I have it written here. Oh yes, Be a Lady, they said. That has many more cliche rules that women have been taught to live by in society in order to fit in and to be correct and to be a lady. And I know that each of us have the ability to be so unique and bring their creative passion alive if they're unbound by these societal rules which only limit and thwart our natural creativity. Anyway, there's some food for thought. I hope you liked it. And please subscribe. I'll give you more of my thoughts on these and many other issues in upcoming videos. Click the bell so you'll be alerted when I've made them. And as always, please know I love you.